Good morning. It is Monday, June 19th, the day after my daughter's birthday. She turned 11. Um, I was making a video, and the purpose of these videos, I don't know. I guess I don't really have anybody that understands how I think. And I was talking about the undercurrent of everything and how, and see, and this, here's the thing. Me having the, oh, my nails are messed up. Me having the awareness of an undercurrent, and the undercurrent is what ties everything together. And it is the energy that it's spirit. It's the tie that binds. It's the energy that's in all matter. It's the energy that is in everything: table, laptop, glasses, booty. It's the energy that's in everything. It's in all matter, all non matter, all dark matter. And realizing that it's everywhere and it's constantly flowing. And it leaves me weird in the eyes of other people. So I don't have many friends. I made a video last time about I don't have many friends. And it's cool. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. But it's not cool because sometimes, like, I didn't ask for it. That's the thing. I didn't expect it. I didn't ask for it. My sister, when she was in, continuing, and she's like a really deep meditator, and she doesn't have a lot of people around her. Whereas at the time, I'm sorry, y'all, I just woke up and it's like crap, and my eyelashes. Eyelashes in my eyelashes, and it was coming off. I had got eyelash extensions a little while ago. Anywho, for her, she was alone anyway. She only had one child. She doesn't work. Um, she was alone anyway. So for her, it wasn't that. For her, it wasn't that big of a deal to be alone. But for me, it was like I had a million friends and activities and events, and I was always going out and drinking and kicking it, and I was always spiritual doing all of that, but I was doing that. So it was like, yeah, for me, when I stopped having friends, it was like, can't believe it. But what happened was I just stopped having things in common with the average person. I have things in common with the average person. Don't get me wrong. I work, I have children, I have a house, relationship problems, issues with family. I need to lose weight. I have, but my outlook and the way I think mentally about those things is different, and it makes it not easy to relate to me, and it makes me not easy to relate to other people. And it's not the easiest thing to accomplish. And right now, I do have even when I struggle, I don't struggle, but I do have a little bit of, how did this happen? I do. I am there right now. How did this happen? I was being a spiritual junkie and soaking it up, all the spiritual. How did I end up alone in the basement? Like, and I don't fight against that how. I mean, it's a rhetorical question because it's like, well, you did. Who cares how? That is your path. That was your current. That was where it took you. So I don't fight against it. It's just one of those awestruck, dumbfounded type of things where I'm just like, I can't believe this happened to me. I'm still in disbelief at times. It's very peaceful. It's very calming. It's very, I don't know. I try not to push people away, and it's very hard not to push people away. Like, my brother's brother died, and I was gonna make a video about this yesterday, and then I got distracted. My brother's brother died, and he is taking it hard, as understood. And not to get into many details of it because You know, anytime somebody finds out that they were in my video blog, it's like, "Ah, you're talking about me." And I'm like, "Oh, nobody knows you. You're not famous. Nobody can link you to me. Like, I removed my name from the internet. You're not even on social media. A lot of the people I talk to about aren't even on social media." I'd be like, "What?" Anyway. But anyway, so his brother died. And at the time, my former boyfriend, I guess that's what I would call him. And it's so funny, you guys. Hold on, hold on. So you know how years ago, Gwyneth Paltrow said she was going through a conscious uncoupling, and everybody was laughing at her. Like, I get the phrase conscious uncoupling because that's what we were doing. We're not a couple, but it was very conscious. Every move was very, very aware and very deliberate and very conscious. And I was like, I just went through a conscious uncoupling. Ah, so funny. But yeah, he was moving out, and it still emotionally was not like, don't think because I be sitting. Okay, Walgreens. All right. Okay. All right. New phone. I don't be knowing how to cut it off all the time. Anyway, don't think because as spiritual as I am that I don't have feelings. Don't think that because I do. I felt pain. I felt sadness, little anger. I felt loss. I felt, let's see, because I could identify when it came up. Pain, pain of being with somebody every day for 2 years and then them not being there anymore. It was very painful. It was literally painful. It was like, this is why people say heartbreak, because right here was hurting. Grieving. I was grieving for that loss of not having that person anymore. And in the grief, it was like sad. It was like, he's not here to get on my nerves anymore. But I had to, I have to get used to him not being here because that's the reality of what it is. So it never is overwhelming to me anymore. It's never at the forefront. My emotions are not at the forefront of my being anymore. The forefront of my being is very calm and very peaceful. And the emotions are somewhere in the background. Like, hey, you remember me? I'm sad. You know what that looks like. You remember what that looked like? And I'm like, yeah, I remember you. I felt you, and then I get to talking and say, I felt you this. I felt you when my daughter's father died. I felt you when I found out my ex-husband passed away. I've, I've went through breakups. I felt you. I know what you feel like. And it's like, yeah, you're doing it again. You're losing somebody again. You don't like that, do you? And I'm like, no, I don't like that. It is something that I would not prefer for myself. And it's like, okay, well, just letting you know that's what it is. That's what you feel when you lose somebody. It's sadness. Thank you for reminding me, sadness. I mean, okay. And then me and sadness, we're friends. We I understand that that's not who I am. That's part of what I experience. And in that understanding, there's still a peacefulness in that sadness. And then sadness leaves. And then laughter comes because something's funny on TV. And yeah, remember me? I'm laughing. You see what I'm saying? And sadness might come back. Sadness never comes back as much as it did that first time that it reintroduced itself and said, "Hi, I'm sadness." It never comes, And then it was like, "I'm still here." And I was like, "I know. You're going to pop up." Okay. And then it left again. And it's like, how do you feel now? I'm not really sad. I'm grateful, right? This moment, I'm grateful to have met this person and to have loved this person and to have spent all the time that I spent with this person. And because sadness is accepted, there's room for other things. Sadness is just not the permanent thing because sadness is accepted. When sadness is not wanted, sadness is going to stick around because you need sadness. Sadness has a purpose. And when you're fighting against that purpose, then Sadness is going to say, no, no, I'm going to stay until you don't need me anymore. Because you need me. I am the appropriate emotion that you have chosen in your life to process this particular event that you have chosen in your life. And then nobody likes to feel sadness because sadness sucks. It doesn't feel good. So it's like, yeah, I don't want to feel sad. So, what the? Okay, Walgreens. So we pretend like we're happy. We pretend. We try to shut sadness out. Sadness is going to keep coming. Any emotion, anger, any negative emotion, anything that you've received as negative, it's going to keep coming. So, you might as well just be friends with it and accept it. And that's what I was talking about acceptance in the last video. But I'm telling you, that's what I realized. Like on my spiritual path, what was the key to peace and freedom and all this good stuff that I wanted? It was acceptance. It didn't mean that the bad stuff didn't happen. It just changed the way I looked at it. Okay, so in the midst, like I said, I was going through this, and my brother's brother died, and I didn't call my brother because my brother sent a text message out asking for privacy and respect during this time, and I thought he didn't want to talk about it. So my sister-in-law calls me like, you need to call your brother and check on him. I thought he didn't want to talk about it. It kind of pissed me off because I'm like, that's what happens when you try to control situations that you can't control. Things get misconstrued. Now you're looking at it like it's my fault, like I'm unfeeling and uncaring. But it was like, okay, I'll call him. It's no problem. It was a misunderstanding. I mean, it's not a problem for me. If it was a problem for her, if she is secretly harboring a grudge against me because I didn't call her husband, that's too bad for her. I don't take responsibility for other people's emotions. Those are her emotions, and she has to deal with them however she has to deal with them. Sometimes that seems cold-hearted to people. That's another reason I don't talk to a lot of people. Because when I say I don't take responsibility for other people's emotions, I guess they're so used to people taking responsibility for other people's emotions, but I do not. I can't. I'm not inside of your body. I'm not inside of your brain, your head, feeling your mind, feeling the things that you feel. So why would I take responsibility for them? Those are your thoughts, your emotions. You have to process them, filter them, transmute them, whatever you're going to do with them. Hold on to them, let them go. I don't know. That is for you to do. It is not for me to decide what you should do with your emotions. It's only for me to decide what's being done with my own emotions. So I don't know. I can see how it comes across. And like I said in a video, I don't think I uploaded. I think I started and stopped yesterday. It is, I say it's very hard for me to relate to people. Those are the reasons why. And then I said that I can relate to them because I know what that feels like because I've been there. I felt those feelings. I felt, grudges and stuff like that. So I can I can understand how it could be received as cold-hearted or how she would, be upset with me. I get that. But she doesn't get how I don't take responsibility for other people's emotions. Even in calling him, I'm just like, was okay, fine. All right. So now here we go. Here we go. We're talking about me here. We're not talking about nobody else. We're talking about me. We're talking about my weird ass. I don't know what to say. Death is perceived as a bad thing. It's a thing that shouldn't happen. I don't agree with that. It happens. It's part of life. It's the one part of your life that's guaranteed to happen. You're going to die. Why is it such a bad? But I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it because that's what religion taught and belief systems that human beings have that, I don't adhere myself to anymore. But I get that they're still stuck in that. Somehow a tragic death is worse than a natural death because a natural death is God's will and a tragic death was an act of Satan. And all these emotions. And you have to deal with the loss and the things that come along with loss that I just named. Sadness, anger, grieving, and now you have to deal with all these beliefs that you put on top of the natural occurring things when you suffer a loss. Because now you got all these belief systems and you believe, and then you're scared because you might be in hell. And you're worried about your loved one because they might be in fucking hell. You don't want them to go to hell. And you're praying to God, but you know that salvation is personal and salvation can only come from their repentance. And you kind of hope that your belief structure is kind of wrong. You really do. You hope it's wrong, and you hope there are exceptions that we don't know about. And deep in your heart, you hope it's wrong, but you believe that the way you learned is the way you learned. So you're conflicted. You're conflicted. And I don't know what to say about that. I don't know. Like, my brand of truth is not going to make you feel any better. And I know that. So then I don't want to say anything. I can say, I'm sorry you're going through this, and I'm going to pray for you. And God is going to bring you through this, and you're going to get through this. And because I say what I say what I believe. I say the closest thing that I can get to my truth without being offensive and helping. I didn't say he was in a better place because my brother's Jehovah's Witness, and they're very, very particular about their belief systems. So I can say that because that goes against his belief system. And I try to respect belief systems that even if I don't agree with them per se, like I don't agree with all the specifics, I never want to be disrespectful and be dismissive. I feel like regardless of whether I agree with that belief system or not, for somebody who needs that, who embraces it, who loves it, and it works for them, I don't want to ever talk to them in a small manner. I don't ever want to disrespect the God that they believe in because I just don't want to do that. I don't want to make them feel any type of negative emotion on my behalf. And I did not explain to my brother that my interpretation was misunderstood. I just said I was going through a lot myself, and I didn't apologize for not calling sooner because I wasn't sorry. I don't lie. I don't know if he needed one, but he wasn't going to get one. But I did say, the things, I say things in sincerity. I don't say things that I don't mean. And I try not to pretend, which limits my conversation with most people. Because, and it was one of the problems in my previous relationship, is the fact that I'm so conscious, I don't say things I don't mean and I don't pretend. And I try to be honest. And I realize that the majority of the rest of the world do not want you to do that. They want you to say what they want to hear. They do not want you to be honest and tell the truth. And they want you to react the way that you react. My previous lover used to get mad at me when I did not react to things the way he felt like I should react. And that was stressful to me because I couldn't do nothing but be who I was. And it was like, if I could be something different, I would be something different. I am who I am. I go with this current. And this current took me to the person that I am now. I was not always this person. I was not always able to be so calm. Like, and furthermore, I didn't ask to be this calm. And that's what he didn't understand. Like, I didn't ask for this. I used to turn up. I used to cuss people out. That's what I did. I was like, Martin, cut people out, you know. But it's not in me. I can, and I was, in some instances, I would give him that. I would grant him that. I would react the way he wanted me to react. And then I wasn't being true to myself. So then I was all conflicted. And then, but it was making him happy. And I was like, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep pretending to be like, if I'm a butterfly, I can't pretend to be a caterpillar. There's nothing wrong with being a caterpillar. Before you're a butterfly, you're a caterpillar. But you want me to be a caterpillar again. I like to fly. I like being where I am. It feels good. I I didn't ask to be a butterfly. I didn't ask. I just was not scared of being in a cocoon. Think about that. That's deep. Yeah. Okay, I'm gone for real. This video is like 20 minutes long. I can't even. Alright, I'm finna start uploading videos. I might keep talking, I might not. But thank you for listening and thank you for watching. Peace out.